Hello YouTube, this is Bernard McManus and this is the second time I'm posting a video today because I completely upstaged the performance of the first one so much that I just had to show this is what it's really supposed to look like when I've figured a few things out. So I had a few Franken queries that I cleaned up, and I think I sped things up by about 100%. And I'm also playing the video especially fast because the last one was 10 minutes and I don't have as much to talk about. So this is the same scenario as before, where the red blocks are spawning on the roof, there is food on the ground, and they have to learn to move to a side, move down a side, and then move around randomly once they get to the floor. And so this simulation runs about 10,000 ticks. I'd often kind of score it on how many deaths they have before 10,000, and in this scenario they were under 100. So this was very, very effective. You can see they don't tend to follow any bad patterns for very long, and there's a lot of random movement in the center and away from the walls, so they're really figuring stuff out. Before the scenario switches, I'll talk about generally how the decisions work. I talked in the last video about the 5 things they make decisions on, which are the choice they are faced individually, the direction, the last move, the location on the board, and the state, so kind of all of their options when they're in any given position. And the idea is, let's say for direction, if it doesn't matter that any direction is better than any other, that table will quickly balance out and sort of take itself out of the weighting. In this case, going down is much better than going up, and so they have really learned to use that value to weigh things, but otherwise it shouldn't get too much in the way. And that's the idea, is that any of these tables, whether it's location or straight up choice or their state, if everything is in balance, they should, like, certain equations should take themselves out. Okay, so this is the first time I'm showing this particular scenario. It's essentially the same as the last one, except that the reds continue to be herbivores, and now there's a team of carnivores, which are the blues, which spawn on the right-hand wall. So the reds once again have to learn to move down to the bottom. Okay, so one guy had gone down and created some good memories about moving downwards. So the reds are figuring stuff out, and the blues are sometimes running into them and are sort of trying to figure things out. The reds don't want to use that wall. They don't have any good paths through the wall. And so now they're happily bopping down here. I made a change to how they're killed. It used to be that they'd lose all their actions. They'd forget all of the things that led up to them dying because it was kind of arbitrary. I did add the last step before they died, they remember as bad, which really shouldn't affect too much, but there might be a general, like, oh, you know, that direction leads to a few more bad kills, or specifically locations. If a guy is lying in wait, whoever died walking into him the last time will remind the other guys not to do that. So in the end here, the blues have learned to hunt the path that the reds are taking to the bottom, and things are balancing out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this latest video. See you next time. Bye.